Hi lingerie lovers, I'm Sammi Cole, and on this week's Undie Mondays, I'm showing you the best lingerie to wear while getting down and dirty. Now, loads of us love wearing lingerie in the bedroom, but it can seem a bit pointless to go to the effort of getting all dressed up only to have to take it off when it gets to that crucial moment. Talking about banging. So I'm going to show you some styles that won't get in the way during sex or foreplay so you can wear them throughout. First one, crotchless underwear. Now, crotchless is a very obvious and safe choice if you're looking for something to wear during sex. But it's not just crotchless knickers that you can buy. Anything that covers you from front to back, such as bodies, teddies, body stockings, all come in crotchless varieties as well. And most crotchless styles either have a slit in the centre of the fabric that gives access to your intimate areas, or there's no material there at all, meaning you are completely exposed. Remember too that not all crotchless styles are the same. Some will only have a small opening near the front, which is good for clitoral stimulation, but not as good for penetration. Some, like this one, look quite discreet while they're on, but are actually very open from front to back, so you can wear them during sex. Others tend to cover more at the front, but are completely open at the back, which is great for people who are into anal play or spanking. You see there? Completely open. And others are even more open, where you've just got this panel of fabric at the front, and then some straps that go around underneath your bottom. Some items you might find, while they do have a crotch, have a fastening that means you can undo it. For example, something like this teddy. Although you can see it has got a full crotch, so if you want more coverage, it's great. But it also has these poppers underneath, which can be undone, giving intimate access in moments. You can also get fastenings with zips, buttons, hook and eye, anything and everything goes. Now, lots of people out there don't necessarily like crotchless underwear because they like to leave something to the imagination. All you have to do is pull them to one side. Obviously, the smaller the knickers, the easier this will work. Something like Jezebel's G-string, for example, will be much easier just to tuck to the side during sex than, say, some French knickers. Also, pulling it to the side is really hot. If you'd rather go for something that does still give complete access, but is a little more subtle, then dress-like lingerie is the answer. Something that has a skirt at the bottom is obviously going to give you a much freer range of access. They're less restrictive than form-fitting lingerie, particularly if you wear them without suspender straps, if they come with them. And often less structured pieces such as this double up as sleepwear, so you don't even have to worry about taking it off when you fall asleep. Now, suspenders and stockings. So many people love the look of stockings and suspenders that they think it's integral that they are part of their seduction outfit. While they are incredibly sexy, stockings and suspenders are not always the most practical when it comes to sex. Some people find the suspender straps aren't long enough, or the stockings themselves are too long, or they can just find them quite uncomfortable. But if you do want to go for stockings in the bedroom, make sure that you try them on with the suspenders before you get down to it. And while you're trying them on, don't just put them on, stand up and go, they look great. Make sure that you move around and bend into different positions to make sure that the suspenders stay put. For example, some people find that the back suspender straps can dig in if you have to bend over in a certain position. By making sure that your suspenders are comfortable all throughout wear, you won't have to worry about it when it comes to sex itself. Another great option is getting a garment with removable suspender straps, like this one. That way, if you find they are getting in the way during sex, you can just unclip them. So let's say this one's annoying you, all you need to do is unhook the front. There you go, done. And what that means is you and your partner don't have to fiddle with suspender clips right in the heat of the moment, which can be a faff if you don't know what you're doing. Another thing to consider is whether you're going to wear your knickers over your suspender straps or underneath. Now, most women naturally put their suspender straps over the top of their knickers. And whilst this gives a slightly more polished look, it does make things more difficult later on. By wearing your knickers over the suspender straps, all you need to do when things get heated is pull them down. Another option, if you're going on a date beforehand and perhaps want to do the big reveal when you get home, is to go for something like suspender tights instead. Suspender tights, just like your normal tights, except at the top where you would normally have the gusset, they are open and with 4 straps, or stretchy kind of straps, to give you the look of stockings in suspenders. But because they're all in one, you don't have to worry about fastenings, and they're still crotchless as well. Or the third option is hold-ups. Hold-ups stay up on their own without suspenders because they're lined with silicone at the top, so you don't have to worry about the fastenings. One final thing to consider during sex is that it isn't all about the crotch. If you know that you enjoy certain other erogenous zones being played with, then make sure that you give your partner access to these. For example, anyone that enjoys nipple play would benefit from a peekaboo cup like this one, which does give some access. And in that instance, something like an overbust corset wouldn't really work for you because it doesn't give the same kind of access. Also, off-the-shoulder necklines are great because they give access to the highly sensitive neck and shoulders. And stretchy, flexible lingerie is generally much comfier during sex than something with boning. Ha, boning. Pun intended. Another thing to remember is the hemline. Where it sits on your body can vastly affect how it feels during sex. Something like this one that sits above the hips is great because you don't have to worry about it getting in the way at all. Obviously, the longer and more fitted an item is, the less practical it is when it comes to moving around. There's also a lot to be said for the fabrics themselves and what you choose. Having someone touch your skin through lace is going to feel very different to having them touch it through satin or wet look. And although lots of lingerie materials are intended to feel good and sensual against your skin, each one will feel slightly different. So there you go, those are my top tips for lingerie to wear during sex. Do you prefer your lingerie on or off when you're getting down to it? Let me know in the comments below. Click subscribe on the Love Honey heart to see me every single Monday with a brand new video. You'll also see Sex Toys Ahoy every Thursday, Better Sex 101 every Tuesday, and Bondage Gone Wild every Friday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.